What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Disney in a little bit of trouble after getting sued, as well as a new key to their employee training getting leaked out there, and it's just as woke and hilarious as you would expect. Hey, I really appreciate that you're here checking the channel often, as I'm sure this is one of my videos that I released today that didn't send a notification. If you are, please make sure to leave a like on the video. And as we march to 1 million subscribers here on YouTube, please consider clicking that red subscribe button down below. Now, I enjoy Disneyland, Disney World. I don't care so much for their movies. In fact, I kind of hate them. The live action remakes are garbage, cash grabs, and Marvel has gotten so formulaic and so low risk, I can basically predict the ending almost every single time. That said, they're still worth a bucket of popcorn and enjoying with your friends and family. You know what's also worth enjoying with your friends and family if you enjoy card games? Domain. Check it out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Domain. You know I love strategy card games, and over the past several months, I've been playing Domain. You can play the game without ever spending a penny. You earn cards through gameplay, or if you want, you can buy them. And you can actually trade cards, unlike most of our modern day big CCGs like Magic and Hearthstone. I miss that greatly. There's been a ton of new improvements, a new deck builder, a brand new UI, superior reconnection handling and loading times, 50 new cards, improved AI, rebalance cards, new abilities, and Discord tournaments. Get in there and play with me and with others. If you're looking for a new challenge, just enter thedomain.com. The link will be in the description below and in the pinned comment. Plus, they love hearing your feedback on how to make the game better, so don't hold back. Join their Discord. I look forward to playing a little Domain with you. So if you like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone or any other strategic card games, definitely check out Domain. We'll use the link in the description below and give them some feedback in their Discord. Now, according to Bounding Comics, Disney has now added, quote, the inclusion key for training for theme park cast members. Disney has announced their 4 Keys training program will be updated to include a new key focused on inclusion. The 4 Keys refers to Disney's philosophy in which employees are trained to prioritize the key elements, including safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency, in that order to ensure that the theme park guests enjoy their experience. You can say, I practice safe behaviors in everything that I do. I'm sure they have to memorize this. Anyone old enough to remember that Roseanne episode where David gets a job at a theme park like Disneyland and it's basically like a cult? Anyway. You look at show. I stay in character and perform my role for the show. I ensure my area is show ready at all times. I project positive image and energy. I'm courteous and respectful to all guests of all ages. I go above and beyond to exceed guest expectations, and I perform my role efficiently so guests get the most out of their visit. I use my time resources wisely. On September 24th, they issued a statement to employees announcing a new key. Inclusion would be added to the cast member training. For more than 60 years, the 4 Keys of safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency have provided a foundation for a culture and guided our renowned approach to service as we welcome guests from all over the world, said Disney. As we keep moving forward and working to drive meaningful cultural change, that's not what I want from Disney. Your job is not to drive cultural change. Your job is to entertain me. It is to dance, monkey dance. But I digress. We are introducing inclusion as a new key, and we'll be rolling out the 5 keys globally across the segment. As of writing, the exact details of what the new inclusion key training will entail, as well as its placement on the establishment priority hierarchy, are currently unknown. Well, it will surely be number 1. I can't imagine it being any lower than that. Disney's new inclusion key comes just months after CEO Bob Chapek addresses the issues of social injustice that have been in the front and center of ours and our nation's consciousness in recent months during a quarterly call. Don't care. Give me more theme park rides, shorter lines, better food, better prices. I don't care what your thoughts are on geopolitical issues, and I don't think I'm alone. During the call, Chapek announced that the company had established diversity and inclusion pillars and will be moving toward greater representation and inclusion. Stunning and brave. I am as optimistic as I can be about our plans moving forward, said Chapek. Well, maybe don't charge those families $9.50 for a Coca-Cola. Start with that. Well, I mean, start with that. Disney keeps moving forward, introduces inclusion in CM training. Now, it's interesting that you rate inclusion as just as important as safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency. It's going to be very interesting to see, and I know you can't put it at the bottom because then people are going to complain that it's at the bottom. And more trouble. Pennsylvania mom explains why she's suing Disney over their mask policy. A Pennsylvania mom, this is via Bonding into Comics as well. Pennsylvania mom recently filed a lawsuit against Disney after the Disney store inside the Lehigh Valley Mall prevented her 7-year-old son, who has a disability, from entering the store. Who could have foreseen this? I digress again. The mom, Shay Emanuel, recently spoke with WFMZ about the lawsuit, explaining why she was suing Disney. Money. There. You don't need to read the article. Money. Emanuel explained the situation. I told the woman my son cannot wear a mask because he has a disability, and she says, well, you're not welcome inside the store. As reported on Law 360, Emanuel detailed that she did attempt to try and put face coverings on her son, called NB in the lawsuit, in order to test his tolerance for face coverings. Plaintiff attempted on several occasions to test her kid's tolerance for wearing different face coverings, Emanuel stated. She added the effort proved stressful and ultimately unsuccessful because the sensation of the coverings on the kid's face created a very unpleasant experience for him. As a result, plaintiff decided she would not force the kid to wear a mask in public settings. Well, look, as funny as it is to me for Disney to get their comeuppance, I don't think you have a legal right to shop in any retail store, and I'm pretty sure that they can essentially refuse anyone they want. This will probably be murky, but I'm not a lawyer, but it's interesting because this is kind of the start. And there's probably been other cases, but this will be the first kind of major case. She went on to detail her son's disability. His doctor explained that something on his body can feel like knives on him, which I think is a huge issue and why he won't wear one. As for the lawsuit, Emanuel claims it has nothing to do with money. She said, this has nothing to do with money. We're not even asking for Disney for money. Okay. Well, this is what happens when you read the article live. I was wrong. Good on you. We're not asking Disney for money. I'm actually standing up not only for my son, but other people with disabilities. As reported by Law 360, Emanuel did state in the lawsuit, plaintiff and her sons were humiliated by the defendant's act of denying them entry into the Disney store, especially since it occurred in front of about a dozen other people who were still waiting in line. She added the kid in particular was especially distraught since he was unable to fully comprehend why he wasn't allowed into the store. Emanuel's attorney, William Monsieur, probably an ambulance chaser, but I guess I might be proven wrong later unless he's taking the case pro bono. Our position here is iron-fisted. No exception mask policy that Disney has in place has a tendency, and not just a tendency, but in fact does exclude individuals with disabilities who cannot wear a mask because of that disability. Well, what's interesting to me here is why don't you just let the kid in? I mean, if the kid, it's just a kid, one kid. Everybody else in the store has their mask on. I mean, is that the world we want to live in? I mean, seriously, are you going to be requiring masks for all time in these stores? Mansour told Mansour, many employees, large and small, are not aware of what their obligations are under the ADA when it comes to enforcing mask policies. They are seeking a court order forcing Disney to make an exception to its policy for people whose ADA-covered disability prevents them from being able to wear a mask. She's also seeking attorney fees and costs. Well, of course. Disney responded to the suit with a statement that begins, Disney stores operate in accordance with the ADA and will respond to the plaintiff's allegations in court at the appropriate time. They added that we're always focused on the health and safety of our guests and employees, which is why we've implemented a number of enhanced measures, including face covering requirements at our stores during this unprecedented time. Pennsylvania's Department of Health website does indicate that there are exceptions for individuals under the age of 2 and for those with a medical condition. It specifically reads, individuals who could not wear a mask due to medical condition may enter the premises without having to provide medical documentation. Well, they should have let them in. I mean, you probably should have let them in. I think that if, peaceful protests don't require masks, maybe retail, at least you could allow for a few exceptions. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if somebody's going to go so far as to lie about their kid having a disability just to get into the store. But of course, we'll have to wait till after the election for more common sense reactions to these type of things, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.